Welcome. It's your boy Big Mac, and here we have a story from r/nosleep. I'm going to be reading today. It's called "You Have One New Friend Request." All right, let's get into it. You have one new friend request. I don't know when Facebook introduced the feature, friend suggestions, it used to be called, but now it's people you may know. A bunch of Facebook profiles suggested to you, that you may know you can add as friends. Usually people who have mutual friends with you or someone you've searched for in the past. What creeps me out is how accurate it is. It's clearly taking data from somewhere because it suggested people to me that I've only ever interacted with in real life. The woman that cuts my hair, or the guy who does my taxes at H&R Block. Sometimes, though, it really is a random person that Facebook thinks I know for some reason. That's what happened on Thursday evening. A new friend suggestion. A.R. Winters. No mutual friends. No apparent connection to me. But this one caught my eye for a few reasons. First, the photo was of poor quality. Looked like a photo from the 90s. Something that's been developed on real film and then scanned and photographed. Secondly, it had been taken from very far away. The man, or possibly woman, was wearing dark clothing, standing amongst the trees, so far that I couldn't make out their face. It didn't occur to me until just then, but generally, profile pictures aren't taken from far away, unless they're traveling or showing off a landmark. But this person was just leaning against a dead tree. Out of curiosity, I clicked into their profile. All their info was hidden, though. No cover picture. No other profile pictures. No about me info. The next time I loaded Facebook, he wasn't a suggested friend anymore. It was just the usual never-ending wheel of 30-something women that had a smattering of mutual friends with me. So I forgot about it for a few days. Until they popped up again. People you may know. A.R. Winters. The same photo of them leaning against a dead tree. Or was it? As I stared at that photo, I could have sworn they were standing straight up now, no longer leaning. I could have sworn. I shook my head. They were far away. How could I tell whether or not they were leaning against a tree? Anyways, I decided to just sweep that under the rug. Later that night, I checked Facebook again. People you may know. A.R. Winters. One mutual friend. I froze. Mutual friend? The mutual friend was some girl I went to high school with. I didn't really know her all that well. We'd been close in 8th grade, but then she started hanging out with the more popular girls, so we lost touch. Still Facebook friends, though, because I never went through my list of 2,000 plus people and pruned some off. I didn't say he had mutual friends with her before. It didn't say he had mutual friends with her before. So they just became Facebook friends. Like today. This evening. Maybe there's someone from our school. Maybe they just joined Facebook for the first time. Or maybe, just maybe, they lost the password to their old account and are creating a new one. A few more days passed, and I didn't see the A.R. Winters show up on my feed for some time. But then on Saturday night, there they were. People you may know. A.R. Winters. The bold letters staring me dead in the face. And mockingly. 3 mutual friends. Not 1. 3. And the photo was definitely different. It was still the dead tree. The overcast sky. Everything looked exactly the same. Except for the person. They weren't against the tree anymore. They'd taken a few steps closer to the photographer. They appeared to be a woman. Tall and pale, dressed in a flowy black shirt and long black pants. Wavy, long dark hair parted neatly to the left. Because of film quality, I still couldn't make out her face. Who is she? I glanced at our mutual friends. One was a guy I had chemistry lab with in college, and the other, no. The other was our English teacher, Mrs. Flowers. She'd been the teacher mentor of our literature club, and she'd been dead for 5 years. I sat there staring at the screen, all of it slowly sinking in. Her account can't even accept new friend requests. And why would this random person friend request her anyways? A horrible creeping dread tugged at the back of my mind. Something wasn't adding up. I clicked onto the 2 other mutual friends, Jessica Marie and Michael. Scrolled down their timelines and oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. They'd also passed away. There hadn't been any official announcement for either, but their timelines were scattered with messages like, I miss you, and 2 years ago since you've been here. Quick Google searches showed that Jessica Marie died in 2020 from complications of COVID. Michael died later on in a motorcycle accident. I clicked back to my feed, to my friend's suggestions, to AR's profile. I froze. She was standing closer, much closer. Her face was pale, almost pure white, like all the blood had been sucked out of it. Her eyes were dark, pupil and iris indistinguishable, and they seemed to be too big for her eyes. She had no eyebrows. Her long, dark hair twisted around her, as if there was a terrible wind. Blip. I jumped. There was a little red one over the bell icon. A.R. Winters sent you a friend request. My hands began to shake. I stared at the 2 buttons, confirm or cancel. I quickly clicked cancel and closed the window up. I slammed my laptop shut and sat there in the dark, panting. Sweat covered my arms. I felt like I couldn't breathe. Calm down. It's obviously just some stupid prank. Photo's probably not even real. Could be AI. I pushed out a breath and got up, put on my hoodie, and left the apartment. I needed some fresh air, so I went for a walk. Shoved my hands into my pockets and walked along the narrow trail at the local park. My breath came in clouds of mist. I shivered. It was almost dusk, and the street lamps glowed across the road, orange amber. Then I stopped. I don't know why I've never noticed it before. At the edge of the park, there was a big oak, barren of the leaves now, but it looked just like the tree in the A.R. Winters photo. A million trees look like that. Stop it, I said to myself. As I stood there, staring, something peeked out from behind it. A pale white face, dark, flowy clothing, barely visible in the dying light, but I knew it was her. I knew. I ran back home and locked up my apartment and went straight for the laptop, went to Facebook. A.R. Winters sent you a friend request. The profile photo. Her face filled up the entire photo, right up against the screen, like she was staring right at me. And maybe it was just distress, but I felt sick. Really sick. I've thrown up twice in the past hour. My stomach hurt so much more than I remember it hurting before. And I can't help but think, am I next?